the Hermes Day sneaker and the Hermes Bouncing sneaker. Are they worth their price tag? Would I buy these again? Stay tuned to find out. Hello and welcome to A Briefcase of Luxury, a place to learn about mindful luxury consumption. And part of that mindfulness journey for anyone is doing your research before making a purchase. And now that I've had time to really get a good wear out of and feel for both pairs of sneakers, I want to do a fairly in-depth review and offer my insights of what I think of these extremely popular pairs of Hermes sneakers. And as an honorary mention, I'll also briefly cover the Flex sneaker, since that's actually my husband's favorite. I hope this video can help you make a decision if you're debating among these. So let's get started. I'm a wimp when it comes to my shoe choices, and I'm not ashamed about it. I want my feet to be comfortable because there's nothing worse than having achy feet and not being able to get off your feet or get your shoes off, especially when you're in public or at work or in a meeting or at a conference. And so while this is true in my case, especially for high heels, I'm extremely picky about my high heels in terms of their height and their style, it's possible for sneakers to be uncomfortable as well. Just know that when I do reviews on shoes, I probably weigh comfort more than anything else. So I want to compare these two shoes in terms of 6 main criteria: their price, their ease of acquisition, since we are talking about Hermes, their aesthetic design and look, their construction in terms of material options and alternatives, their level of comfort, and their styleability. I made a short if you want to check that out, but I'll be pulling in clips throughout the video so you can see what they look like on. Since I've had the day sneaker for longer, I'll start with this one first. So in terms of price, these currently retail for $1,250, and I got them in a size 36, which is true to my size. Now, in terms of ease of acquisition, I actually got this from the boutique. They didn't have it in my size. They had it in a 35.5. Thankfully, my SA was able to find a size 36 and had it shipped directly to me. But in terms of ease of acquisition, I feel like this particular colorway with the white goat skin and the rose gold buckle is actually fairly difficult to find, so I was extremely lucky to be able to get my hands on it. Now, in terms of the design, like I mentioned, this does have a goat skin outer. It has a white rubber sole, which is pretty dirty at the moment, and the insole, as I'm not sure how well you can see it, is also made with the same white gold skin lining, and it came with an extra pair of white laces. Now, in terms of color options, this actually does come in a fairly good range of colors. Online, I see a lot of options in black, brown, and red, with all the different various buckle options in terms of gold, palladium, as well as black on black. In terms of material, the most popular seems to be goat skin, but you can also find it in calf skin. I've also seen one with perforated designs, as well as ones made of canvas and exotic. There's an exotic pair that's actually available online right now. In terms of the design and the aesthetic quality of it, you can see it is extremely minimalistic. You can see it says Hermes back here, but besides the Kelly buckle, most people probably wouldn't recognize it. And just again, it is a very, very sleek, simple sneaker design. This also comes in a high top version with all the same different colorways available as with the day sneaker. Now, in terms of comfort, I would say this is just a standard leather sneaker. As you can see, there's really not a whole lot of cushion or padding for the sole or the heel, and it's a very stiff construction. I don't know if you can see, there's not a lot of bend to the actual sole, and for some people this buckle area might actually be an issue. Now, I typically wear mine unbuckle, and I really don't have an issue with that. They don't really flop around if you're worried about that scratching up. And I have narrow feet. Like, I can't wear the Oran sandals or the Oasis sandals because my foot would just slip right through. And so I think depending on the width of your feet or the height of your arch, this can be uncomfortable. Now, I can wear a buckle, but I feel like it puts a lot of tension on where the buckle is. So as you can see, it pulls against each other. I just don't want to risk damaging the buckle, so I do wear it open, and I do find it more comfortable that way as well. Since I already have extremely narrow feet, I can imagine that even with a regular foot width, this could potentially be uncomfortable. But my biggest pet peeve, it may not be the fault of the shoe per se, but just how it fits my foot, is that I have to be really, really specific on the types of socks that I wear. I'm not able to wear any ultra low cut socks with it, or even mid cut socks with it, because I think the leather lining on the inside just completely eats up my sock when I walk. And so it's really annoying. And so I have to wear almost high cut socks so that you can kind of see them. So I'm still trying to find the perfect sock for this. If you have any suggestions, I am all ears. When it comes to styleability, my gosh, these look fantastic. They're clean, they're classy, you can dress them up and you can dress them down. I'll be inserting various clips of how I style this shoe in particular, but again, I absolutely love how it looks. Again, the comfortability aspect of it isn't bad, but wait until I talk about the bouncing sneaker. Next up, I have the bouncing sneaker, currently retailing for around $860, so it is a lot less expensive. There's almost a $400 price difference. Now, in terms of ease of acquisition, I actually found these online. They had a bunch of different sizes, but not a whole lot of colorway options when I was looking. But be checking on their Hermes website because it changes all the time. And so in terms of the aesthetic design, this one is in black goat skin and suede, so I don't know if you can tell where this part is the goat skin, and then we got some suede accents that are all over. It has a black rubber insert, white rubber sole, black goat skin insole and lining, and this one came with both a pair of black and white laces. Now, in terms of materials, I've only seen it in 3 different options. I've seen it in goat skin, I've seen it in a parachute fabric, as well as a technical canvas. Now, all the prices of those are slightly different. I believe the least expensive of it was the canvas version at about $820. The parachute option is about $840, and then we got the goat skin in $860. And in terms of design, there's no high top version of it. It's just this regular low top sneaker. And I forgot to mention that both of these, both the day and the bouncing sneaker, come in both sizes for men and women as well. Now, in terms of comfort, this is definitely more of a runner style sneaker, and so the construction and feel of the inside of the shoe is completely different. And so along with the white rubber sole, these are honestly some of the most comfortable sneakers that I have. And unlike the day sneaker, I can wear any type of sock with it, including my ultra low socks, and they won't slip off like they would in the day sneaker. I think it's just because of how it hugs the foot and how there's a little bit more give compared to the day sneaker. So it's not a size issue, because I did get a chance to try on the day sneaker in the store in a smaller size, and I am true to size with the size 36. In terms of styleability, this is definitely a more casual athleisure type shoe, and so it may not be as versatile as the day sneaker, but I love the fact that I can actually run or work out in these shoes if I wanted to. I think I'd be interested in trying it in a different color, and I'll insert shots of me wearing both the day sneaker and the bouncing sneaker with the same outfit on top, just to show you how I would wear these for both warmer and cooler weathers, and just to show how a shoe can change the entire vibe of your outfit. So if you're trying to decide between the day and the bouncing sneakers and only have room in your budget for one, I would personally go with the bouncing sneaker based on the price and comfort factor alone, and sacrificing a bit of the style aspect. I like the bouncing so much that even though I have a general rule not to purchase duplicates, I would like another pair of the bouncing in white canvas, because I just love the look of a white sneaker. And when I travel, I don't have to pack extra gym shoes. And I mean, for over $1,200, I think there are better options for white sneakers that are just as classy, and again, for a better price. If you like the gold detail in the front, then Louis Vuitton's front row sneaker was what I was originally considering, and it's a little bit less expensive. So as an honorary mention, I do also want to talk about the Flex, which is another sneaker I would consider, especially since my husband raves about his. So this is his pair of Flex in a gray color. This is priced comparatively to the bouncing sneaker, so again, in the high $800 range. This also has the same sole as the bouncing sneaker, and so again, it is extremely comfortable. It also has a rubber insert. Now, in terms of the actual material, it is a knit material, material, and there's this really cool ribbon pattern that actually looks like a little Hermes ribbon that runs across it. So again, this is definitely more of a true athleisure shoe, but again, I would love to get my hands on this in white at some point in the future. As always, my favorite way to decide on future purchases is by understanding my current collection and how a new purchase affects the curation of my collection. So I would only consider these if it meets the following criteria. So if you're trying to decide if whether or not the day sneaker or the bouncing sneaker is good for you, consider these if it meets the following criteria. You don't have a sneaker in either style, or you don't have a sneaker in the color material combo that these styles offer, or you don't have a sneaker in this brand, especially if that's how you're building your collection. And if any of these are essential to how you are curating your closet, then by all means. I do plan to share my curation techniques in an upcoming video soon, but in the meantime, I hope you found this helpful.